Gang, this lighting's good. Graham's got this, the whole setting over here.
Yeah, we do.
Got the whole camera setup and everything. We just got done with our podcast, or y'all's podcast, right? Iced Coffee Hour. Make sure to check that out. Link in description. And I had a question.
Don't buy Starbucks. And,
don't be me, guys. Don't. I would wake up to drinking an iced coffee from Starbucks. Sorry, Graham. You know, I gotta get rid of the gift cards and the points before I start drinking that 70-cent coffee from 7-Eleven. Yeah, we're on Pacific Coast Highway this morning. I actually woke up this morning to this beautifulness. Oh man, just got done going for a run here on Venice Beach and just got done cleaning up, taking a shower, because I've been living in my car since March 23rd of 2019, which I believe is like 646 days. Was addicted to crystal meth for 8 years, and now I have 2.2 years of sobriety behind me. I work a whole bunch of delivery jobs, I sell merch, and I think it's safe to say that I'm a YouTuber. If you're coming from the 34th ever episode of the Iced Coffee Hour with Graham and Jack, well, welcome. And if you're one of my OG subscribers, you know I love you. Realest channel on YouTube. Today we're gonna be talking about money. We're gonna be talking about how much I make, all of my bills, and literally all the debt that I'm in. This is something that I wanted to talk about because I recently got invited to go on the Iced Coffee Hour with Graham, Stephan, and Jack. And I couldn't have been more excited to go on. I had been listening to Graham and his financial advice on YouTube for years. And it was truly a blessing for me to even be able to go on, much less Graham saying this.
You came up on my YouTube algorithm, and immediately I'm like, who are you? And I was so intrigued by your editing, your video style, that you were in LA, and I'm like, immediately I sent the video to Jack, and I'm like, we gotta have you on.
My mind is seriously blown. And that episode is actually available right now, so link in description, or there should be a card here or here. And I actually got to get some clips with Graham myself, and so make sure to be looking forward to that here in a little bit. But for now, let's get into my bills.
This is all my bills.
My monthly basis, as far as bills go, is at about $1,870, which is, yeah, a lot for someone that's you know, living in their car. But let me break that down for you. My first major bill is my auto loan for the Acura.
Car, $300 a month.
I still owe like 2 more grand on it, which isn't much. You know, originally it cost like 13-14 grand, and I've been paying it off the past 4 years. The next thing is my insurance, okay? So my insurance is $180. But that's for full coverage. No, actually the biggest bill I have is probably gas, because y'all know I drive all over the place here in LA, across the country, delivery jobs, multiple of them, and that's probably at like $600 a month for gas. And of course you gotta take care of the vehicle, so other miscellaneous things on top of like oil changes and all of that. This is the next bill right here, okay? $115. Not only am I paying for the service, but I'm also making payments on the phone itself, okay? I couldn't afford to just outright buy the new iPhone 11 Pro Max or whatever, you know? But it's completely appropriate, I feel like. I film like half my vlogs on this, and so I feel like it's pretty much paying for itself. And the next one is Apple Music. I listen to it while I'm in my car. It costs me $15 a month. Kind of same with YouTube Red. That's another $15 to listen to Graham, Stephan, or Meet Kevin, or find free audiobooks on YouTube. I can listen to those while driving around taking deliveries. It started getting dark at the beach, so I came here to this Ralph's and bought an $8 chicken and rice bowl.
What do you eat?
It wasn't too bad. I spend about 500 or so bucks, give or take, on food every single month. All right, guys, y'all be honest. What do y'all think about those mussels? Because I'd be spending $30 a month at Planet Fitness, which is pretty much pointless here in California because originally I got the gym membership to just take showers. But I can't do that here, so I'm pretty much paying that for nothing right now. I don't know if you can tell, but this left wrist is actually, has been broken like 3 times from skating. And that's why I have accident insurance. And that's like $20 a month, should be more. But essentially if anything ever happened to me, the money that I put back for that, I'd be able to use while being out of work. And then the rest is pretty much just like miscellaneous and random things that just pop up, you know? Oh, and speaking of spending money, I've actually got a lot of debt. Okay, guys, this is kind of tough for me to talk about, but before I got heavily on drugs, I actually had a pretty good credit score, and I had several credit cards, and I was pretty responsible with it until my drug addiction got to a point where I was having to sleep in tents, and I was spending way too much money on the drugs, and I ended up spending I ended up maxing out all of my credit cards on like hotels and motels, etc. And all of that is in collections now because I was irresponsible, and you know, I couldn't, as far as the job, I couldn't make enough to be able to pay it off. I'm like, I'm like just now getting to a point where I can consider it, you know? So it actually means a lot when people donate or buy the merch or whatever. Not to give y'all a pity party, that's the last thing I'm trying to do. I'm fixing the problem myself, you know? Good morning. Don't you say nothing, okay? I just used the last of my gift cards. Don't send me any more Starbucks gift cards, guys. But if you did, I appreciate it. Not to be a jerk for anyone that doesn't live in SoCal, but it is a beautiful morning here in Santa Monica. Got the pier back there. All of the surfers are out today. But let's get into how much does Jake McCollum actually make before the YouTube spike and after. So currently. And speaking of making money, Jack, thank you. I actually just downloaded this app called Webull, and you can use my link in the description if you want 2 free stocks when you sign up. All you got to do is deposit $100, and those 2 free stocks could be valued at either $800 to $1,600. So y'all have known that my primary source of income has pretty much been delivery jobs. So before the YouTube spike, I was working from like 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. almost every single day, and I can make anywhere from like $120 to sometimes even $300. But rough estimate, monthly I was making about $4,500 a month.
Is there any other stream of income that you have?
Selling merch, okay? So the first quantity I got was 30, okay? And between family and friends, it sold out pretty quickly. So I made about $400 off of those first 30 shirts. And of course my YouTube channel is monetized, that's why you see all those ads. And so I made about $300 a month off of YouTube prior to my YouTube spike. Alright guys, let's get into the juicy stuff, okay? After my YouTube spike, so current day, how much am I making? First off, I don't have to work my delivery jobs nearly as often because I'm blessed to have the most supportive channel on YouTube. Like and subscribe for that. And so I'm only pulling numbers like maybe $50 to $100, I would say, a day doing delivery jobs. Recently though, I haven't been working because there's just been so much going on with the YouTube channel, and I couldn't be grateful enough to be able to provide y'all with entertainment and hopefully some insightful information. So with that being said, I would put us at like $2,400 a month as far as delivery jobs go now. And now let's talk about the merch. After I initially sold those first 30, I ended up getting another 50, okay? But I sat on those for a really long time. We're just now getting to the point where I'm almost sold out of those, okay? Link in description, by the way. And so I'm probably gonna end up making about $800 off of this batch of shirts. And finally, how much does YouTube pay me currently? So this month and the prior month being my best months ever on YouTube, I've probably made about $3,700 from YouTube alone. Now will that go on to the following months? I'm not sure. But what I can say is I think I'm probably gonna end up making 15 to 2 grand a month just from YouTube if I keep providing content for y'all. Would you just look at how beautiful that number is? Starting to finally warm up here in California, and I am loving it. But pre my YouTube spike, I was making about $5,200 a month if we add it all up, okay? And to be completely honest, that number hasn't changed drastically since the YouTube spike. You could probably add another grand, a grand and a half to that, to what I'm making now, because I don't work my delivery job nearly as much because I can focus more on YouTube. And we've somehow made our way back over here to the Santa Monica Pier. That's pretty much the breakdown, guys. That's all my bills. That's how much I make. That is, embarrassingly enough, all my debt. If you want a more extensive breakdown of all of this, I suggest checking out the Iced Coffee Hour with Graham, Jack, and I, where they pretty much rip me a new asshole in the nicest way possible, okay? They've actually really helped me out, okay? And I was like, if I could ask Graham one question that I think could help not only myself, but all of my subs, you know, since a lot of us kind of relate to each other, I guess, what would be like just one good general question to ask? So for someone like myself that has barely any credit, you know, messed it up using drugs, doesn't have a whole bunch of financial education, I guess, what could you say to give someone advice as far as starting from ground zero?
I think anything can be learned, and anything you need to learn could be totally free. I think just with YouTube, that's like 95% of anything you would ever need to know between YouTube and Reddit. You're set. Reddit's such a great community. Like anything you would ever want to learn, there's someone there who's willing to help you. YouTube, you search for anything you need to learn, it's there. So I think access to information has never been easier. My favorite books that I really feel have made a difference in my life, Think and Grow Rich, which is also free. You could just search it, free audiobooks. I think the other one is How to Win Friends and Influence People, another fantastic book.
Yep.
Awaken the Giant Within by Tony Robbins. And if you want to get into real estate, there's a book called Buy It, Rent It, Profit, which teaches you how to buy real estate and then do a cash out refinance and then use that money to go and buy something else. But practically, I would say in the beginning, take on as much as you can. I think it's really important to try out as many new things as possible. Fill your schedule, be as busy as possible, try new things, and eventually one of those is going to hit. Never be too good for doing something. I think there's always opportunity out there, and sometimes you never know where that next big break is going to be. So take on as much as you can, and then obviously don't buy Starbucks. And,
don't be me, guys. Don't
and save your money. I think financial literacy is something really important, but it doesn't need to be expensive. It's very easily learned, very simple when you really get down to it. And from there, I think it's really just all about consistency. You just got to stick with it. And preferably, if you really enjoy what you do, it's going to make it that much easier to push your way through it.
Awesome. Graham, seriously, thank you.
You're welcome.
And
Thanks.
Jack, this wouldn't have been possible if you didn't. If I didn't see you in my story. I was checking out things and I see this guy and I'm like, no, that's not real. That's not real.
Thank you so much for coming on. It was amazing meeting you. I saw your first YouTube video, and I knew we had to have you on. It was great. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Y'all are awesome. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, bud.
And that's pretty much it, guys. I know I'm out of Lowe's. Putting this video together for y'all. This was not an easy video for me to make, much less put all of my information out into the world like this. But I did it with the intention of not only learning for myself, but in the hopes that maybe one of y'all out there is going through a similar situation, and this could be insightful information, you know? So anyways, with that said, like, subscribe, tell your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man about the channel, family, and friends. We out here making movies, and I just spit all over my laptop. That's good.